Darlings, going live really quickly. I wanted to just touch on, or at least share my opinion on this Diddy's denial and then later apology, which is a little too late. First came his denial, then came the apology. Was it the haze of allegedly controlled substances still working in his system at the time of this despicable act of physically harming his then girlfriend Cassie? That's why, he did what he did in the video that we have seen that's like, been played out in just about every news program, Instagram, socials, tabloids, websites, everywhere. Or was it the proof that he had to apologize because he can no longer sustain his quote unquote innocence? So, just to recap, or for context, this incident was alleged in Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy, um, the lawsuit that she filed in November 2023, where in this lawsuit, it states that in or around March 2016, during an FO at the Intercontinental Hotel in Century City, California, Los Angeles, California, Mr. Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Ms. Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye. After Mr. Combs fell asleep, Miss Ventura then tried to leave the hotel room, but as she exited, Mr. Combs woke up, began screaming at her, following her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. He then grabs at her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her, causing glass to shatter around them as she ran to the elevator to escape. That was an allegation in the lawsuit, and it is no longer an allegation. We now have video proof, just factual, hard proof. The video is harrowing. The assault against Cassie's person is horrendous. It is just, there's no way to go about it. It is horrendous. As a viewer, without the context of why, it is still horrendous. And then if you add to the fact that this was after an actual forced entertainment requiring male strangers to consume the victim, Cassie, in ways she would never have given permission to unless under complete duress from her then boyfriend, Diddy. It is something you would read about in a crime novel. But when it's staring you in the face, real life is a startling reminder of how quickly the masks shift. The smiling brotherly demeanor quickly turned into a sinister terrorist who terrorized his girlfriend for his own pleasure. For Diddy, he posted recently on Instagram an apology video outlining the steps he took to quote unquote better himself, such as going to therapy, asking God for his mercy and forgiveness, and that he, Diddy, is sorry. Then I was left asking, this was a blanket apology of sorts, isn't it? It was aimless. It was directed to himself in a sort of roundabout way to excuse his actions. At least that's how it sounded to me. Would it have sounded as liver true if he had directed that apology straight to Cassie, who was the victim in the video? Of course it would have. Had he said, Cassie, I apologize, directly, but he didn't. And I agree with Cassie's lawyer when she said that the apology is more about himself, Diddy, than the many people he has hurt. He was only compelled to apologize once his repeated denials were proven false, which shows his pathetic desperation. And this is again from Cassie's lawyer. Her name is Meredith Firetog. And unfortunately, although the video is extremely disturbing and graphic, the Los Angeles district attorney is unfortunately unable to press charges as this assault occurred in 2016, which is beyond the timeline where this can be prosecuted. Now, from the peaks that Diddy was standing on, arm in arm, shoulder to shoulder with people, Anywho, sorry. Where was I? I had to answer the door. Sorry. So from the peaks he was standing on, and he was like, on top of his game, shoulder to shoulder, arm in arm with powerful people in and out of the music industry. He's now left standalone. The shadows of his friends who used to want to be in his quote unquote light, now but a distant memory. For example, the mayor of NYC, Eric Adams, has been very outspoken about breaking the cycle of domestic violence in NYC, was asked on live TV how he feels about the developing news about Diddy and if he would possibly be rescinding the honor bestowed upon Diddy last year, the keys to the city of New York. And although he doesn't outright say it, he looked uncomfortable that, gosh, why are you even asking me this? Like, no. He does say his office is, well, he has a team, a committee that will look at everything under analysis and will make a determination from there. I can see that's a slippery slope and a fine line to thread, but I think in this particular instance, sir, it is warranted. Don't y'all think? Like, it's a quick no. Like, no, we will not have him keep that key. Get it? And then there's the rapper Slim Thug, who had previously stated in November 2023 he doesn't agree with women suing their abusers because if they don't speak up when it happens, they shouldn't speak up at all. You know, he further added that it should be a time limit. Like, okay, now he's walking that back on his Instagram. He says that he tried to ride with a black man who had no charges, but I can't stand behind this. He further added an apology to Cassie and whoever else was on the right side this time with praying hands emoji. Like, sir, I can't with you. You apologize, but you had to add that short, snarky bit about being on the right side this time. Have you not seen the video? It's very disturbing. Ugh, I can't. I just can't with you. It is fair enough, though, to say that he needed proof to believe, but he also didn't need to be callous by putting a time limit on victims gaining their voices back, their courage back, just to share their experience. I'm just saying. And next we have Peter Thomas. Thomas Jesus. I don't even know how to pronounce it. The guy from Real Housewives of Atlanta, the dude who seemed to never get an actual job besides being married to, at the time, Cynthia Bailey and racking up bills and businesses that floundered. Anywho, he also posted an apology video to Cassie, who he was writing hard because he was writing hard for Diddy until the video came out, and boom. At least seized the error of his ways and sounded a whole lot more sorry than Diddy did. I mean, doesn't Diddy have a publicist? He could have had his lawyer draft an apology for him and make it sound more palatable. You know what I mean? Oh, and TD Jakes, the bishop. He's speaking out and distancing himself from Diddy. I was cackling when I saw that comment because um I do wonder how long he had to practice that speech. I mean, he was up there with Diddy's Revolt network trying to secure that coin. Hello, sir. What the heck is a pastor doing with a musician like Diddy who lived a life to the excess? Were you trying to cast out the demons in or around Diddy? I cannot with pastors that are sharing the gospel for a check. Like, if you weren't getting paid, would you be trying to lead the flock back to the Lord? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Or is this a public facing backhanded damage control? Who knows? But still, uh, I feel very, very strongly for those who are victims of abuse of any sort, of any kind, victims of crimes of any kind. And, their families, the people that love them, the people that are around them to help them pick up the pieces. Because it's never easy. It's just never easy. And for people to diminish their experience because the victims had spoken up, it's re-victimizing them over and over again. Again, we are free to give our opinion, but we should also learn to be kinder and gentler when giving our opinion, especially in situations where It's not only needed, it's warranted, such as this. So I will leave that there. I have got it's the end of fiscal year for at work for me, so whoosh, busy, busy, busy. But fabulous people, you guys know that you are all kinds of fabulous, and I hope that every day is a fabulous day for you. That whatever anxiety of the day is, that you're able to flawlessly um, learn the lessons from it and make yourselves even more fabulous through it. And also to remember to journey in gratitude, darlings. I shall see you in the next go round. I hope to have time um, to share more of my recaps and or commentary with you. But again, up until the 30th of June, I am jam packed with deadlines on top of deadlines on top of deadlines. Anywho, darling dears, I shall talk to you later. To live now. Bye.